We keep getting a lot of questions about this protein ice cream that we have here. So this week we're going to interview Mike, the guy who makes it. He hand makes it, and he can explain all about the protein ice cream, what's in it, what it's about, and why we're pushing it here big time at Old School Iron. But before we get to that, I want to rant a little bit. I'm going to ask everybody out there, can you please make a post of your lift without mentioning a torn quad, a strained hamstring, my knees hurt, even though I pulled my hamstring 2 weeks ago, I was still able to pull 500 pounds. Nobody gives a shit. That's just an excuse to be weak. Post your lift, put the amount that you lifted, and that's it. Simple. Leave it at that. Nobody gives a shit about whether your hamstring hurt or if your knee hurt or not. Stop being weak and post your video. That's it. Let's talk to Mike. All right. So, hey, like I said before, we're going to talk to Mike. He makes the ice cream that we sell here at Old School Iron. I mean, it's a question that we always get: why are you the baddest gym in the West? Part of it is some of the products we sell, and one of the products that we sell is a protein ice cream that's handmade by Mike. What's your last name? Fuck or something? Mike Fall. Mike Fall. So that's why we put on there, Old School Iron approved on the ice cream. You can zoom in later and see it. And then we're one of the only places around the area that has it. I'll let Mike talk about it, like the protein and stuff that's in it. So, Mike, you're from where? San Diego?
I'm from San Diego originally. I was a chef down there for about 10 years. I moved up to Northern California and wanted to pursue a different route. Started going back to school, but luck kind of drew me back into the culinary field. I wanted to try to make a product that they didn't have on the market, and ice cream is a delicious product that everybody eats. So I just basically took some recipes that I had and just manipulated them and took out the sugar, and I use organic agave to sweeten my product. So there's no refined sugars. I add protein to it, so there's an extreme amount of protein. I think this pint right here is about 68 grams of protein per pint. I don't use any fillers, I don't use any gums, I don't use any custards, there's no additives, no preservatives. It's 5 ingredients. It's the cleanest product, I believe, that's on the market. You can't really get anything like this.
So how long have you been making it for?
I've actually been making this for years. We used to try, when I worked at the spa, health spa, we used to train at the spa, and then afterwards we'd come in the kitchen and just start throwing stuff together. And we started with a soy. It was a soy based, and basically that's how it kind of started. I was actually thinking about putting a soy based product on the market, but I think when it came down to it, people buy ice cream. It doesn't have to be anything special as long as it tastes good. And by changing what I did with the sugars and putting the protein in it, it definitely has its own unique taste. It's full flavored. It finishes very well. It's addicting, and it's also, in my opinion, the best product on the market when it comes to having no refined sugars and no fillers and no gums. I mean, it's very clean. So
cool. And then you said there's because of certain sugars you use or something, there's no insulin spike or something like that, or what?
Yeah,
sugar spike, or what was it?
So agave is the lowest on the glycemic index for insulin spike. Argumentatively, someone could say, well, wouldn't you want an insulin spike, say, for using this for post-workout? There's enough fat in there to probably slow that process down, so the protein absorption won't be as quick anyway. And plus, I wanted a product that I could eat all the time. Now, I don't want to eat, cups of sugar, refined sugar, right before I go to sleep. This slows the process down. It doesn't spike the insulin. It's a very gradual climb and a very gradual descent. And I believe for longevity, that's really well. It works. That's really what it's all about. So.
And you said before, I don't remember it was during this or some other time, would you recommend it like a pre-workout or a post-workout or both, or?
Both. I'm trying to make the flavors for purposes of pre and post. I just brought you that cinnamon flavor. Cinnamon's really good for blood flow. That'd be a good one to eat right before you work out. The fat content's lower, so you're not having as much fat, or you can use it after. I mean, it basically comes down to whatever your dietary restrictions are, if you have any. You know, after I work out, I like to just basically consume anything I can get my hands on. So high caloric, you know, protein ice cream is what I was essentially making it for me to eat. And a lot of my buddies and friends they said you should probably try to push this onto the market, and I did, and it's going really well. So.
Okay. No, I mean, I know it sells really well here. I mean, we got another shipment in on Tuesday. This is Friday, and we've sold, I mean, almost half of it's gone already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it flies off, and we're digging it, and we're loving it. It's, really good stuff, especially if you like ice cream, might as well get something out of it.
Yeah, you know, the industry right now it's for a long time, it's been just bars and shakes. And, yeah, you know, the other company that's doing the cookies, which I think is very inventive. You know, getting ways to where you can break the monotony of a bar or a shake. You know, people, yeah, in my opinion, I'd rather eat something. You know, a bar is good. You know, ice cream is better. Cookies are good. You know, I would like to eat protein cookies after I work out. I like to eat protein ice cream after I work out. It's especially if you're trying to get a little bigger, or if you just lift a lot. I mean, if you lift a lot and you need calories and you need protein, you know, I think that's one of the other things is a lot of people say they eat a lot and they do this and that and they don't get any bigger. Well, they're not really probably eating the calories that they need. And this is a fun way to get that in. It's an easy way to get that in. Can easily absorb, you know,
No, it's like
calories.
I start on, I gotta eat the whole pint.
Yeah.
You know, I can't, you know, it's 4 servings in a pint and I eat the whole thing.
Yeah, that's one of the dilemmas I was having was how should we serve it for portion size, because I eat the whole pint too. So
So come on into Old School Iron, get some ice cream. You'll like it. You don't have to be a member to buy it. But that's just another reason why we're the baddest gym in the West. So come in, don't be scared, come be part of the legend, check out Old School Iron. Thanks, until our next video, we're out.
thank you.